heavy squats. Let's go. First, a bit of a warm-up. I don't know if the camera is dirty or not. Maybe I need to clean it. Oh, and if you hear something, somebody is sending something, so maybe you hear some sound. Let's go. First, a warm-up. Also need to do some overhead presses and some weighted pull-ups and that kind of stuff. But I think I'm gonna do those tomorrow, so I switch those around. But that's all cool. First I wanna get this out of the way, because I'm also gonna do a live later on Instagram. So, 60 on there, let's go. Bend it. Salute. Is it already Christmas over there? Yeah, almost I think. It's evening where you are, of course. Almost night. Let's go. Oh, 60, 5, it's 11. Yeah, I thought so. An hour till Christmas. Oh. Got Kelsey sending me messages, but he does voice messages, so I need to listen to them a little bit later. By the way, Bandit, we're going live after this session at 2 o'clock, 12 o'clock your time. I go live with Blessy. So, I really wanted to do for a long time a session, so we're gonna do that. And Mel was also last time asking me about that. When we had the session with her R3. Just the one, just to let the body know how and what. I'm heading to bed. Stay safe. Let's collab again soon. Yes. Ah, that's so cool. I do appreciate it that you were dropping by here. I have to think. We're gonna go. This is the third session of this block, by the way. So we're gonna end with an 147.5. We have James in the chat again. Welcome, salute brother. Nice to see you. But we're gonna start with an 117.5 for 5, 132 for 5, and then 147, and then as much reps as I can do with a decent form. And after that, the weighted dips with, I think, check, 65 kilos. Let's take it 5, that is 10, and 2, half to make it 15, and a quarter, 1/4, that's 16.5. Five, half, and 1/4. Let's take my belt right away. Jacob in the building. Always wearing black shorts. Yeah. Like I said, I got 4 or 5 of those pairs. So, and every time I train in them, I wash them immediately. So they're always getting up the stack almost right away. Salute to Jacob. Go over to Jacob's channel. Show him some love also, because Jacob is always supporting others. One. 2. 3. 4. 5. First working set. I'm gonna try to go a bit quickly through it, so I have enough resting time for the next workout. Next up is 132. Let's take 50. Also a little doggy here. This. Hey? A little doggy here walking by. Right. This is correctly, yeah. Always checking, because I made mistakes more often. Let's go. The digital dish, salute. Domingo, salute. Hello. Let's go, people. 5 for these also. Let's get a little bit of a stretch going. Five for this one also, and then we have the high AMRAP session. It's not going to be high reps, it is a heavy weight, but as much as possible at least. This one, so just 5. One. 2. 3. 4. 5. This still is already heavy for me. And I'm not powerlifter. nor I'm the strongest with squatting, so I'm real happy with everything I already get. I also feel my legs still got some wounds on here because I pulled up a pellet at work which I was throwing on on the bonfire, and a block fell off, and there were going some rusty nails into my leg because I pulled a pellet on me. But yeah. We're going now to 147. Next week we're getting an PR try again. $40. 2.5. Make it 45, and this is 47.5. Last time I got with 145 and 2, barely and 2. So I hope to get also again a 2. But to get a 1, I'm also happy. Not feel super strong today in the squats. Maybe that's also because of some running, but who knows? Uh, 2.5 and 1/4. So, that's it. We have here have a Boon in the house. Try low bar squat. Form is there and it will save your neck. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. But I don't have very good mobility for that low bar squat. By the way, I never do that. I like the high bar squat. But I been advised to do that, to try that at least. So yeah, other time I think. Just gonna do it now the way it feels most natural to me. And I should really work on my flexibility. By the way, now I'm a little bit rushing through it. Sometimes I take more time and I do a little bit more of those exercises to increase the mobility. But my shoulder mobility is not the best. But I don't have problems with my burpees. So that is a nice thing. Also not with my pull-ups, by the way. I want to get a 2. Let's see. And after this, I'm going to the weighted dips. Not in it today. Some days you feel it, and some days you're not. I have to say, past I guess 6 sessions were perfect, but I'd be happy with 1 rep today. I know for 100% that I could not take a second rep, but that's okay. Got more stuff to do, and everything flows. And especially when you're doing a lot of different stuff, there's always something that is doing worse, and there is something that is going good or better. So focus now on the other stuff. Switch this a little bit around. First get that mobility going. Oh, let's write that also down. So for next week, I really need to take my time. Tell here, plates on there, so don't destroy my flooring. I need 65, 3 20s, 5. 5 of them here. And 20. Gotta unload it evenly also, just to make sure I'm safe. I say this more often, it should hold, but I gotta be safe than I do something that is not that smart. And luckily, I never have had an accident here, besides from busting my toe against something when walking around or something like that. So that means I'm doing good in all those years. So, squatting is for next week again. Now I'm gonna do some weighted dips. Did 2 days ago also a short collar. So let's see how we do. Eduardo in the house. Hello. Good to see you again. Also, got a lot of frequent viewers. Really like that because you learn something every time you see someone. Black is your favorite color. Yeah, black is my favorite color. You don't see stains and everything. So most is black. Hi all. Hi Tjibbe. Finally I did my first 86 count burpees unbroken. Next time I'll try the 100. I found my speed and the breathing. I'm very happy. Awesome, awesome. What's your time for that, Eduardo? And congratulations, by the way. Because if you want to get in higher, if you want to do higher volume, bigger sets, I even can recommend to go a little bit slower. So if you're doing 100 for a certain time, and you want to go for maybe a 200 or 300 in the future, you want to slow it down even more. To the point where when you start, it must feel ridiculously slow. But after 100, 200, you will notice the effect. And then you understand why you need to take a slow pace in the beginning. We have Rem in the house. Salute brother. I liked the park last time you showed a picture with the graffiti and stuff. It's a real nice, yeah, a real nice park. Good vibe. I like that. Also good flooring, if I'm right. Don't remember the flooring to be correct, but I thought it was okay. But Merry Christmas, of course. Let's go. First set. Last time I did a 67.5 and last block for 7. So let's see if we can do it for 8. So. Six, 7, 8. That's what I want. Fuck yeah. 8. That's what I need. 8 for the first set. If I get a 7, 6, next 2 sets, I'll be happy. Yeah, the summer is gone. It's going to be a good vibe. I think so too. We can get some nice shots there. Oh. And I still forgot the name of that guy who was always training there. I thought it was called something like Bruce or something. I don't know for sure. I follow him, but when I see the park coming up, I follow him on Instagram, I think. But it's confusing sometimes for me because I watch on YouTube, I watch on Instagram, and yeah. 2 sets to go. Real happy with this. Next week, we're not only gonna try to get a PR for my squats, and that is 155, but we're also gonna do weighted dips at 70 kg. That is still no PR, by the way. My PR is 80, but in a couple months time, we're gonna break my weighted dip PR. Slow but steady. 2 sets to go. If I have time, and it's nice weather, of course, as you can see. I'm also gonna go outside for a run. But first, after this, I need to do some burpees and maybe some other stuff. Let's go. 6. Oh. 7. That's about it. By the way, like I said, I have some wounds on my leg. I have some nails, some rusty nails that I pierced through in my leg, and the chain was slipping, the plate in the chain was slipping my skin between that. It was not nice. 6. Still got a good first set. I'm happy with that. Maybe if I rested a little bit longer, I would have gotten a 7. 1 set to go. Like I said, I'm a little bit rushing through this because I want to have enough rest for my next workout, so I can go full on. Yeah. So let's go. Things can't go far. Set, charging up. It is nice weather, but it's freezing now in the Netherlands. I think for the second time now, for the end of this year. But when it is sunny and it's freezing, it's always, I love that weather. It's real nice. Let's go. I think must be realistic. So next set's gonna be probably a 5. So let's see. Make sure that skin's not coming between it. And no matter the reps, the effort is always there. That's what really counts. Maybe we should focus also a little bit on to put it out more. So don't always focus on the volume and your reps or your time, but the effort that you're feeling that is the most important thing. And as long as you're giving it your all, it really doesn't matter how much you do, how many you do, how many sets, how many reps. That is gains. Intensity, effort equals gains. And that is it. Someone with a question. I want your opinion, mate. For my workouts, I always do dynamic stretches, jumping jacks, etc. After that, I feel warm enough to start my session. Do you think it is enough? Yes, it is enough. I also oftentimes do dynamic stretches beforehand, just warm up with some things I can make up. It doesn't even matter what it is. You can be movement specific, which I can recommend, of course. You know, when you're doing squats, you want to do some squats to warm up. That is just smart. But as long as the body is getting warm, it's good. And I'll be honest, I don't always warm up. Sometimes I'm just a little bit low on time and I just jump into it. But when you can warm up, do some mobility, and it don't have to take hours. In 5 till 10 minutes you're warm enough, and you don't have to do crazy stuff for that. So that's my take on it, and also the take of some other professionals which I read about. Also read a lot of books also over training, and that is the general opinion. 5 to 10 minutes, nothing too crazy, movement specific, if you can, good enough. I like to do explosive leg work today. I did 120 squat jumps, 200 lunges, explosive, let's see, and 80 dragon flags. Those jumps build legs. Yeah, that sounds awesome. Real cool. Yeah. Have Amos, Tjibbe, salute. You did it in a circuit, mate. At why though? Yeah, if you do that in a circuit, I believe that is really cool. I was thinking today of doing maybe some jump squats and jumping lunges. Maybe after this. Who knows? I'm gonna make something nice. Yeah, gonna close off. Gonna take a little bit of a rest. Got an half hour before I need to go again. Thank you all for dropping by. Salute. Keep rapping.